Hey everybody, Fred McKinnon here with Ecom Catalyst. Today I'm going to talk about something that is extremely important if you're an Amazon seller, and that's how to get Amazon product reviews quickly, efficiently, okay? Most Amazon sellers make the same mistakes over and over and over when they're trying to get product reviews. They either wait too long to start the process, they use outdated methods that don't work, or worse, they use black hat methods, old methods that get them into trouble. They wind up giving a lot of stuff away for free and not getting the product reviews, okay? Well, if you don't have the product reviews, people aren't gonna buy your product. If people aren't buying your product, you're losing money, right? Amazon product reviews are the social proof that helps your listing convert at a higher rate. Okay, it tells people, hey, looks like this has good ratings, good reviews. I'm more confident in buying this. But to get Amazon product reviews initially is very, very, very tough, all right? Now, in this video, I'm gonna show you how we do it. We've helped so many sellers launch their products or even take old, previously launched products that are dormant and resurrect them with new, great product reviews, high product review frequency, and really helps convert that listing in a much quicker pace so that you can start making some money. Because why else are we selling on Amazon, right? Not just for fun. We want to actually make some money here so that we can put it in the bank account, all right? Now, I want to show you several ways. I'm going to talk about 3 primary ways that you can do this. There's lots of black hat ways, unauthorized ways, ways that you break the rules. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna go over some of those. And at the very end of this video, I'm gonna show you one that's pretty egregious that I just received recently from a pretty well-known brand. I was actually shocked to see it. I'm gonna share it with you at the end of this video so that you can see how some people are doing it that I would not recommend. It can get you in a lot of trouble, but I'm gonna share it with you anyway. But let's talk about some of the ways that definitely work with clients at Ecom Catalyst and your own products that you're trying to launch, okay? Number 1, Amazon Vine, all right? Amazon Vine is their own internal program where they have a whole arsenal of people that they've identified as people that leave good Amazon reviews, all right? Now, you can't apply to become an Amazon Vine reviewer. They select you. So if you're interested in being a Vine reviewer, you want to leave really good reviews for the products you buy frequently, really well-written reviews, thoughtful ratings, upload pictures, upload videos. You might get tapped to be an Amazon Vine reviewer. I will say this, I've got another video that's about how to get Amazon reviews through the Vine program. It's one of the most watched videos on this channel. We're gonna throw a card up here so you can click on it and watch that later. We'll drop a link to it in the show notes, okay? I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here going through all of the details of what you need to know because that's already in this video about how to get Amazon Vine reviews. But just in summary, Vine is reserved for registered brand owners. A lot of the tactics I'll refer to here in this video today are reserved for brand owners, but you can still use some of these tactics if you're not a registered brand owner. Now, you may be watching this video and you ask the question, what's a registered brand owner? What does that even mean? That means that your brand has a trademark, a federal trademark that's registered or is in the process of being registered. And you have linked that to Amazon's brand registry program, brandregistry.amazon.com, okay? When you do that and it's approved, you have some additional benefits and marketing and advertising features, a lot more analytics that help you succeed as a brand owner on Amazon. Now, if you're a brand owner and you're registered through the brand registry program, you have access to Amazon Vine, right? Amazon Vine allows you to give up to 30 units away of your product to Vine reviewers to get reviews. Hands down, this is the quickest way to get your first reviews, okay? It takes a few weeks because first you have to make the product available. And again, you can go up to 30 units. And then you have to wait for the Vine reviewers to see that it's available and to claim the unit. Amazon has to send the product to them. They don't pay for the product, okay? Now, on the video I mentioned earlier, I really want you to go and watch that because I'll just interject this. It's very interesting. I made that video for Amazon sellers to better understand how to get Amazon reviews through the Vine program. But the bulk of comments on that video are actually Vine reviewers. They found the video and the comments are fascinating. The discussion there is fascinating and it's well worth reading. So don't forget to go check out that video, how to get Vine reviews, okay? Because that's the #1 way I'm listing today, and how to get reviews fast is using the Vine program. The details are already in that other video that you really need to go and watch, but you can give up to 30 units, okay? And the whole process goes down and they will leave reviews for you. One of the important things I talk about in that other video is pricing. Even though Amazon Vine reviewers are getting your product for free, they will tell you they still have to pay tax on the perceived value of that. And they will often discuss in their reviews the value. So even though they didn't pay out of pocket for your $50 widget, you don't want a 1-star review that says the product's pretty good, but it's definitely not worth $50. So one of the strategies I talk about in the other video that I'll just highlight here is, if you're launching through Vine, you want to put your product on sale. Put it on a nice, significant sale price, just long enough for those Vine reviewers to get it and to see that much cheaper price, because they're much more likely to comment on what a great value it is. And that's what you want in your Vine reviews, all right? Did you know that overall, organically, only about 1% of people that purchase leave a product review? 1%. Now, I think that a listing is not even really ready for prime time until it has at least 10, double-digit, 10 product reviews. That would mean that you would have to sell 1,000 items before you got 10 reviews at a 1% conversion rate for organic reviews. That's gonna take way too long. So if you're sitting there going, man, I've been selling for 3 months and I still don't have but only 1 review, that's normal, right? So you have to follow the tactics in this video to push that and make it go faster, all right? So #1, Amazon Vine. No-brainer. Enroll in Amazon Vine to get videos. The only time I would discourage that is if you have a product that is very technical, very niche, very specific, and it's going to require an end user who really understands your niche and your product to use it. I would hesitate to send Vine to those kind of people. More generic problems that are kind of no-brainer products. I mean, more generic products that are no-brainers that people can leave reviews for would be better for Vine. All right, #2, the #2 way that I want to get reviews quickly and efficiently is through PPC. Now, PPC stands for pay-per-click, and PPC in itself does not generate a review, but it generates sales, okay? And you cannot get reviews without sales, all right? So I'm approaching this as if we're just launching a new product, all right? With PPC, I want to do an auto-targeted campaign. Basically, that means that I'm telling Amazon, you can show my ad for my product wherever you feel like it's relevant, all right? And then I'm gonna have a couple of small budget manual campaigns in exact match with the keywords that I know for sure people should be searching to find my product. Let me say this, don't expect these campaigns to be profitable, okay? It's a brand new product without reviews. You're still trying to get reviews. It's not going to convert well, and you need to know that ahead of time. Don't be discouraged when you're spending more on ads than you're generating in sales in this very early stage, all right? But use the auto-targeted campaign to get data that you need to make wise decisions of how to add more keywords or other products. For example, we recently, just within a few weeks ago, helped a client launch a golf shirt, a polo shirt that men would wear to wear golf, okay? We did Vine. Out of all 30 Vine people claimed it, we're up to around 21 Vine reviews or so now in a few weeks. That's pretty good, all right? Then we started PPC. We did an auto-targeted campaign. After just a couple of days, we had 3 or 4 orders already off of that auto-targeted campaign before we even had our very first product review, okay? And that auto-targeted campaign, basically, Amazon decided to show our golf shirt on another competitor's golf shirts page. And when that happened, we were like, okay, so instead of buying the competitor's shirt, they bought ours. So now we know we want to target against that competitor's listing because we're converting off of it successfully. We also saw that people were searching things like golf shirt for men, men's golf polo, some of these long tail keywords that we already assumed would be valid keywords. But the auto campaign validated that. So now we can target those long tail keywords in exact match format in a small budget PPC campaign. Now, again, as I said, the PPC in itself is not generating a review. However, it's generating sales. And once you get sales, you can capture the review. All right, do you remember how I said that on average, only about 1% of people organically will leave a product review? Well, that percentage goes up when you actually engage with those people, all right? On Amazon, there is a way to follow up post-purchase and ask that person who purchased it to leave a review. You don't have their email address. You don't have their contact info. They're not your customer. They're an Amazon customer who bought on Amazon from you, okay? So you can't really market directly to that person. However, Amazon has a provision, so they'll follow up with that person after the purchase and say, hey, how did you like it? Leave a product review. That in of itself happens all the time, and you don't get very much of a conversion on that. 1-2%, all right? But if you're a seller and you go into Seller Central and you click on orders, underneath manage orders, you'll see a button on every single order that says request review, request review. Now, if you click on that, it may say it's too soon. You have to wait until X number of days. Or if you wait too long and you click on that, it's gonna say the time frame since the order has come and gone where you can request a review. Here's where I recommend wholeheartedly SaaS software platform Helium 10. All right, we are Helium 10 partners, and at this part in the video, I'm just gonna tell you, Helium 10 is software that we recommend every serious seller to have in their toolbox. We are partners. We'll provide a link to Helium 10 in every video that we put out. At the bottom where it says resources, you'll see our partner link to Helium 10. Yes, this is an affiliate link. Yes, we get a little bit of a kickback when you sign up. Like right now, when I'm recording this, there's a 35% discount, which is the biggest discount I've ever had. But the reason I want you to get Helium 10 is because they have a tool out of dozens of amazing tools in Helium 10. They have a tool called the follow-up feature. And the follow-up feature, you can configure it with your own branding to automatically follow up and ask for that product review. That will help there, okay? So number one, Amazon Vine reviews. And number two, PPC to generate quick orders right out of the gate that you can use Helium 10 or some other platform, the follow-up feature to request product reviews, all right? Now, number three is a little different, and this is the one that excites me the most, and it's what I would call external segmented traffic. This is where you're taking your traffic and sending it to Amazon, all right, for this purpose of sales and reviews. Here's what it looks like, okay? You want to have some sort of landing page so that you can capture an interested party's contact information, name, email address, and if you do SMS marketing, SMS. Most contact management platforms for email have SMS built into them. We use Klaviyo. All right, love Klaviyo. You can use Klaviyo and build an easy landing page on your website, or they can host the landing page. And you're basically asking for name, email, SMS, all right? And the pitch goes something like this. Hey, we're launching our new product, our new widget, our brand on Amazon, and we would love for you to help. We're offering a X% discount. Now, offering a discount as an incentive to leave a product review is technically against the rules. Amazon says you can't have incentivized reviews. But in this case, we're making very sure that we're not saying we'll give you a discount if you will leave a review. We're just saying we'd like to offer a discount, and it's a small discount, no more than 20%. I like 15, okay? 15 to 20%. Why not a bigger discount? Because if you offer some massive discount, 50%, 60%, 100% free, most likely the people that get that with the steep discount, when they attempt to leave a product review, Amazon is not going to accept that review because of the size of the discount. By default, Amazon assumes this was an incentivized purchase due to the discount, and the review will not be published. That's where I'm going to save you a lot of lost money on free product, okay? Don't give all this free product away like that and expect the review to get published. Amazon likes to see full price purchases, regular purchases without a discount, or purchases with maybe a small discount. All right, let's go back to the way this looks. We want you to purchase our product, celebrate our launch on Amazon. Here's a 15% discount. Enter your name, your email, your SMS. They do that, boom. You've now captured that lead into your content software, all right? Immediately, hey, thank you so much. Here's your discount code, and here's a link to the product. Very important. If you are a registered brand owner through the brand registry that I talked about earlier in this video, you can use what's called an attribution link. In your advertising campaign center, there is Amazon attribution section. There you want to create a link, and Amazon attribution links are awesome. And here's why. Number one, they have tracking. So when people click that link and then buy, you can see impressions, clicks, and conversions in the back end of Amazon. But what you are doing is sending external traffic to Amazon. And when you use an attribution link, they reward you by giving you up to 10% of that back, okay? So they'll give you up to 10% of the price back. Amazon, as you know, typically takes anywhere up to 15% or even higher in a commission, all right, on every product that sells. Kind of see that as that's their sales commission for the platform that all their buyers are on. So if you sell something for $100, Amazon's going to take 15, give you 85. And they're going to say that 15% is the fee that you pay to us because we provided you with the platform, we provided you with the customer and the buyer and everything else. Well, when you use an attribution link and you send your external traffic to Amazon, they'll reward you with up to a 10% brand referral bonus back to you. Okay? Because they're like, hey, you did the hard work. You sent the buyer to us. We're going to reward you. So you get money back for that. But here's the best thing. Doing it this way, you now have the contacts information so that you can follow up with them. You want to tag them in your software and you want to send flows and email and SMS like, here's the link. And then 8 hours later, just following up to make sure you got the link. I suggest having like faux expiration dates or limited quantities, things to communicate urgency. Please use this link before it expires. Please use this promo code before it expires. We only have limited product available for this special Amazon launch. Claim yours before it's too late, right? You want to generate urgency so that those people will go and buy, and then you follow up a few days later. Were you able to purchase? Did you have any problems? Were you able to find the product? All of these questions so that then about a week later, you begin to follow up with your review sequence. Would you please leave a review? Reviews are critical. That is where you can really scale up the review frequency. It makes a big, big difference, okay? You want to be careful that you don't incentivize that review. You want to be careful that you don't specifically call out and ask for a positive review. You just want an honest review, okay? But you're now doing all of this communication with the Amazon buyer completely outside of Amazon's ecosystem. You're not in the buyer-seller messaging. If you start all that off in the buyer-seller messaging, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get suspended. You're gonna get email that says, hey, we detected review manipulation, and you're no longer able to get reviews on this ASIN. We see that happen when people don't follow the rules. Take our advice. We're managing so many seller, so many brand accounts on Amazon. We know how to do this and do it the right way. Do it the right way, even if it takes a little bit longer, and you will be glad that you did that, okay? So let's review real quick. Great ways to get reviews the right way, efficiently, quickly. Number one, Amazon Vine. Number two, launching PPC, getting that product launched, getting sales, and using a tool like Helium 10's follow-up feature to automate the follow-up emails and messages to the Amazon buyer, soliciting for them to leave a product review. That is completely compliant and allowed by Amazon, okay? You're essentially, in most cases, actually already using Amazon's request review feature. The software is just automating it, and you can get Helium 10 and use their follow-up feature by using the link in our video, okay? Finally, external traffic. The external traffic, the way that works is through the landing page and enrolling those people in sequences in your email and SMS marketing platform so that you can communicate with them outside of Amazon. Now, you might say, well, But how do I even get them to the landing page? Hopefully you have an email list already. Hopefully you have social media already, an Instagram account, Facebook followers. If you can do it without violating rules, you can go into Facebook groups, Reddit threads, affinity threads. I was talking about golf shirts earlier, going into some golf communities. And if you're allowed to do this, saying, hey, we're launching a golf brand and we want you to participate in our launch and we're going to offer you a 15 or 20% discount if you kind of help us launch on Amazon. You can get so many people into your marketing list that way and get reviews so much faster, okay? Now, to end this video, I want to show you one of the black hat marketing tactics that I've recently seen. People do this junk all the time. Sometimes they get away with it. Sometimes they don't, okay? But this is actually from a pretty well-known brand, all right, that I have blacked it out where you can't see all the details and that kind of thing, but I want you to see exactly what this looks like. Now, I will say this, I guarantee this was super effective and that it worked. But I will also say at Ecom Catalyst, we would never endorse this and we would never suggest that you do this. We would never set it up for you. Now, if you decided to do it on your own, do that on your own. We're not responsible, but this is kind of what it looked like, okay? If you go to the bottom of this message, February 13th, and I received this email because I have purchased from this brand before. Hi, Fred, we've noticed you've been a loyal customer for quite some time. Thank you. You've been selected and received a free blacked it out at no cost. This is a $120 product, by the way, 120 bucks. All you need to do is respond to this email and we'll give you the details. Thank you, you are royalty. All right, so I replied, I said, yeah, heck yeah, I'll take a free $120 product. And so I get this email, thanks for getting back to us. Here's the step-by-step instructions. Number one, purchase the blah, 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 blah here. Now, if you click that here link, it takes you straight into the page on Amazon where this $120 product is for sale, right on their Amazon product page. Number two, leave a review for it. Number three, email us a screenshot of the review. And number four, be reimbursed 100%. And in other words, they're saying, we want you to pay full price, spend 120 bucks, buy this widget, leave a review, and then send us a screenshot of your review. And once we confirm that you actually left the review, we're gonna PayPal you or Venmo you or whatever, mail you a check. There's all these ways that people do it. We're going to do that and reimburse you for the full cost of the product, okay? Very effective, extremely fast way to get product reviews. Totally black hat, totally against Amazon's terms of service, totally puts your entire business at risk, okay? So look, just don't do that kind of stuff, all right? Now, even if you already know all these ways to get Amazon reviews, it's just not enough to dominate your niche. There's a whole strategy way beyond reviews, from how you build out your PPC campaigns, how you market, how you launch, how you make sure that your listing is optimized, how you A/B split test, rank higher, and maximize sales, okay? That is what we do at Ecom Catalyst. That's what we live for. That's what we breathe for. And if you need help with your brand doing that, and you want us to help you take your Amazon business to the next level, then check out the link in the description and book a call with me, okay? You can book a quick 15-minute free consult. We also have paid consults. We can discuss how, on a retainer model, we can work with your brand to help scale and grow your brand profitably on Amazon. All right. Also, don't forget, earlier I talked about the video about Amazon reviews through Vine. You definitely want to check that out, and especially check out the YouTube comments on that one. Very entertaining and very educational. All right. Finally, once you do that, I'd love for you to check out one other video that we have, and it's all about navigating Amazon FBA reimbursement charges. That's really changed dramatically over the last few days. We'll link to that video in the show notes as well. Look, I like to end every video by thanking you for watching. It means the world to me, and I'm just really glad that you would be here and watch the content that we have. I appreciate it so much. You can reward us if you found this to be helpful by subscribing to this channel, liking it, check out the links in our video, and we hope to see you again soon.